Alright, let's not delay this further. And by delay, I mean we're gonna talk about MTV2 today because, you know, I've seen, stuff from MTV2 and it kind of confused me. I was like, MTV2? What? MTV has a second channel and it's called MTV2? And that seemed kind of stupid, but, hey, who am I to judge? Okay? You know? It's not like Mike Nesmith helped with this one. So, in this video, we're going to be going over the history of MTV2. Um, we're just going to go through it. We have different years to go through, so we'll start off with the late 90s and then make our way through there. So, MTV2 began broadcasting simply as M2 on August 1st of 1996 on MTV's 15th anniversary, with Beck's Where It's At being the first video to air. In its first few years on the air, M2 was restricted to satellite television, plus the few small markets where digital cable was then available, limiting its audience to reach to around 12 million homes by 2000s. M2 also broadcast live over the internet during its early years, which meant it was similarly ahead of its time in a period where few people had a broadband internet connections. M2's early years was known for its playful or ironic programming decisions that underscored the channel's freewheeling, subversive attitude. On January 1st, 1999, M2 played the music video 1989 by Prince for 24 hours straight. Okay, not gonna judge. Prince slaps. He's pretty cool. Rest in peace, Prince. M2 quickly gained favor with music insiders as its popularity and reputation grew within the music industry. It became common for musicians and record labels to request that their new video premiere exclusively on M2 rather than MTV. Record companies often asked to have new artists appear on the channel in taped segments with the VJs. The Spice Girls made their first US television appearance on M2, as did their video for Wannabe. At the time of their appearance on M2, the girl group was a huge success in the UK, but they were relatively unknown to US audiences. Oh my god, that reminds me of when Pat Smear took the Spice Girls to a mall in New Jersey. Why did he take them to a mall in New Jersey? I have no clue. Am I Pat Smear? I'm not a Pat Smear. I'm not funny. But now let's get into 1999 to the early 2000s, aka 2005. So, due in part to the unexpectedly slow rollout of the fledgling channel, MTV Networks decided to rebrand M2 in the first quarter of 1999, changing the name to MTV2. In 1997, MTV's owner Viacom had bought out the rival music channel The Box. Starting on January 1st, 2001, all households that had received the box began to receive MTV2 in its place, putting the channel into millions of additional households. MTV2 also began adding television commercials into its broadcasts. Beforehand, subscription providers interrupted MTV2's feed to insert their own ads. A new show hosted by Janice Duncan called MTV2 Request aired every weekday between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m., and again between 11 p.m. and midnight. All of the videos played on MTV2 Request were selected by online viewer requests. Another show called Control Freak began in 2001, airing weekdays from 8 to 9 p.m. It used real-time viewer voting to select the next video to be played on the channel out of 3 choices, while the current video was playing. The majority of the daytime schedule still featured a mix of rap, rock, and pop genre videos. By 2003, the network had 15 million subscribers in the United States. During the Memorial Day weekend of 2002, MTV2 played a special called Increase the Beat. DJ Paul Oakenfold hosted the special and played videos from such artists as Fatboy Slim, Beastie Boys, and Jay-Z. The videos were arranged in order from slowest to fastest based on the number of beats per minute of the song. What the fuck? Oh, anyways, in 2003, this is pretty cool. Jesse Snyder, the son of Dee Snyder, Twisted Sister guy, was selected as new host of MTV2 Rock, replacing Abby Gannett. Another new program included Track 2, a series going behind the scenes of music videos, and Nosedive, profiling past popular artists. Here's a thing that we mentioned before. In May of that year, MTV2 relaunched the old MTV program Headbangers Ball, which featured a wide array of heavy metal and hard rock music videos. Metallica hosted the first episode, followed by Rob Zombie for the following weeks. I was going to mention this, but okay, I'll just mention it later. Okay, well, let's keep talking. So, In June, MTV2 began an 8-hour block of hip-hop programming on Sundays called Sucker Free Sunday. Each week, a different guest host served up artist collections, countdowns, and other hip-hop music specials. In July of that year, the channel also introduced a new advertising campaign aimed at differentiating itself from its parent network, MTV, featuring the Talking Baby, a foul-mouthed baby doll operated by Charlotte-based comedian Sean Keenan. Around this time, MTV sponsored 2 albums in the MTV2 album cover series, in which a band covers another band's songs. The first was Dashboard Confessional, REM, and second was Guster, Violent Femmes. Then, in early February 2004, MTV2 started to air Beavis and Butthead as part of its regular programming and its MTV Tunes block, marking the first time the series had aired on TV in the US since around August 1999 on MTV. Before we keep going, I would like to mention that yep, I knew it. You know what? Let's just keep going. So now we get into what we're all familiar with, the two-headed dog, which is the current logo that was used from 2005 to 2003, and it's also still used by the Canadian version of MTV2. But from 2005 to 2011, we had the rebranded logo for MTV, which was a two-headed Rottweiler dog. Billboard reported that the double head of the dog were made to represent rock and hip-hop, the two sides of music on MTV2. So then MTV started to do they began scaling down on music programmings, and do you guys really care? I'm gonna skip ahead a bit. I wanted to get into something very cool, very important. MTV2 gave the cast of Human Giant free reign of the channel in May for an event called Human Giant 24, allowing them to program the channel and host from MTV's Times Square studios as they see fit for 24 hours. The most notable ones that I know are 24 Hours of Foo and a subsequent Jackass special, but also Eminem took over for a while, 24 Hours of Eminem, and that's pretty fucking cool if I say so myself. I was gonna make a video about the Jackass special, but man, it's just a special where yeah, and Ryan Dunn wasn't even in it, so who really cares? Let's just get on to the 2011 2017. Actually, we're gonna skip the 2011-2017 one because I want to get to the current status of MTV2. So from 2017 to present, Viacom is doing a reconstructing. Because of Viacom's 2017 reconstructing, in which most of the company's resources were directed towards the flagship MTV network, MTV2 currently has no original programming. In the previous year, several of MTV2's remaining original programs were moved to MTV. As of 2021, MTV2 primarily airs movies, acquired sitcoms, and reality TV shows, as well as reruns of MTV's programming and other shows from its sibling-owned networks. That's kind of sad. I won't lie, that's kind of sad. That's everything? That's it? No more MTV2? Well, that's everything.